Hey, what's up guys, it's Jonathan here. Recently, we've been hearing about a new, more contagious strain of COVID, and this strain is called the Delta variant. And many fear that this new strain of COVID may cause us to have to go back into lockdown. And I know that this could become a very heated political topic. But the goal of this video isn't to discuss politics, but instead to discuss how a lockdown will affect your money. So in this video, we're going to discuss the catalyst behind another possible lockdown, what to look for in the markets if we do have a lockdown, and my take on the whole situation. So if this video provides you any value, please consider sharing this video and let's get right into it. So I think the best place to start is to give a quick rundown on this new Delta variant. B.1.617.2, also known as Delta variant of COVID-19, was discovered in India in late December 2020. And this variant has now spread to 85 countries, including the United States. And this variant of COVID is causing major health concerns amongst many health experts, as this strain of COVID is significantly more contagious than the ones before it. This concern is now causing many government officials to consider doing another round of lockdowns to slow down the spread of the variant. Now, since we have a little bit more background of what could cause a lockdown, so let's say we do have another set of lockdowns. So most of us probably think that if we do have another set of lockdowns, we're going to see the exact same thing we saw in March of 2020. But back then we had a lot different of a situation on our hands. At that time, we had a very strong economy with very solid fundamentals. We also had a Republican-controlled White House and Senate that was very reluctant to give out stimulus. But now we have some of the highest inflation rates that we've seen in the past 30 years. And Democratic-controlled House, Senate, and presidency that's definitely not afraid to make the money printer go brrrr. So if we do see another set of lockdowns, I think we would have completely different outcomes. So let's first start with the stock market. And for this, let's break the stock market into two different parts: recovery stocks and growth stocks. When it comes to recovery stocks, and these stocks are things like travel, hospitality, restaurants, and retail, currently I think that these sectors have some very lofty evaluations. This is mostly due to the high demand we've seen in these sectors ever since the vaccine started to roll out. Most likely, if we were to see another set of lockdowns, travel will become more restricted, causing a pullback in the entire recovery sector. And you might be thinking, awesome, now I can go buy the dip on these stocks. But you have to be really careful with this sector, as a lot of these companies took on quite a bit of debt just to stay afloat during the first set of lockdowns. When it comes to growth stocks like the tech sector, a lockdown can be really good for these kinds of stocks. And this is for a couple of reasons. The first reason is that a slowdown in the economy will relax most of the inflation fears in the market. And this helps growth stocks because growth stocks are valued off of predicted future earnings. And if the market fears that inflation will be permanent and long-lasting, the market will discount these earnings more, causing the current value of the stocks to fall as well. The second reason is that economic slowdown will likely cause interest rates to drop as well, making the debt that growth stocks have cheaper to service, which in turn will boost earnings. And the third reason is that tech services will become more in demand, as services like Zoom will become more popular to use. Given the already high valuation in the tech sector currently, if we were to go into another set of lockdowns, I'd probably stay away from this sector unless if there was a massive sell-off at some point. When it comes to real estate, currently we're seeing that pending sales are decreasing, while the amount of new listings and prices are stable. To me, this indicates that home affordability has reached its peak. If we have a lockdown that causes more supply shortages, my prediction is that home prices will be stable. But it could be really difficult to predict what's going to happen in the real estate market since there's so many different factors you have to consider. When it comes to the crypto markets, I think it'll be mostly driven by monetary policy. So if the government decides to give out more stimulus and in turn print more money, I would expect crypto to soar like it did at the beginning of this year, as I think that there'll be a rush into cryptos as an inflation hedge. And given that we now have a Congress and White House that isn't afraid to spend money, I could definitely see more money printing up ahead if we were to end up in a lockdown. So for me, when it comes to stocks, if we had another lockdown, I'd probably stay away from the tech sector and opt to buy a diversified group of recovery stocks that have manageable debt loads and low bankruptcy risk. When it comes to real estate, I'm not very bullish on prices falling anytime soon. And with so much uncertainty in that market, I'll probably stay away if we did have another set of lockdowns. When it comes to the crypto market, I'll probably continue my strategy of buying the dips in the crypto market that we periodically see from time to time. And when it comes to the chances of us actually seeing another set of lockdowns, that'll all depend on the trajectory of COVID cases. If we continue seeing COVID cases rise at the rate that they have, then I think there's a very high chance of us seeing more lockdowns. But if cases flatten or subside, then I highly doubt we'll see any more lockdowns. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. It greatly helps out the channel, helps push this video out to as many people as possible. Also, if you enjoy my perspective and the way I explain things, please consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. If you think that this information will be valuable to someone, also feel free to share this video as well. I would love to hear from you guys. Do you think that we're going to see another set of lockdowns? Let me know in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, follow me on all my social medias. I try to post there every day. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.